Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Washington Huskies, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Wolverines will boot it away to start the game. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Back to pass. Buys a little extra time. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw it. You've got these defenders. They are coming. They're running at you hard, so you've got to do a better job getting the ball out quicker. That hit forced the incompletion.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Washington sends out the punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Grabs it in the middle. Guys, let's chat about Michigan. If they seeded the playoff today, these guys are in, but we know they're not content with that. They want so much more, David.
They do, and this squad has been building and trying to get to the point where they can get to the playoff and be a national champion, and right now they're in the mix, which is really, really good halfway through the season. A lot of work still to be done, Palmer.
Yeah, this coaching staff really at this point is just trying to keep this team focused as a top 10 team halfway through the year. It's about attention to detail, and that's got to show up in this one today.
Makes a connection. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Running back searching for a hole. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The offense changing the play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Zings it complete to the right. Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Really good job by the defense. Seeing the running back. Don't let that dude who's super fast, elusive, catch the ball in space. Nice job staying glued to him. As soon as he caught that puppy, he got drilled.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. They're working that left side. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. And they decide to trot out the kicker. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And he'll try to bang this one through from 52 yards out and the left hash. Fourth down and 12 is 4-down territory for this offense. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Cochran. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. That one hurts. They thought they'd move the chains on 4th down. Instead, they back up. And the Wolverines will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. He'll do it himself. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets him up to the 24.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football. That time on the option play, I know he doesn't pick up the 1st down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Turns it on in midfield. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
The Wolverines, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. To the air on 1st down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. How about this running back's ability to get into a pass pattern and get into one downfield?
Yeah, I like it, and I like the offensive coordinator continuing to work the running back in the passing game. Do more of this. It's easy. It's not hard routes. It's not things I have to read. It's matchups and what I find when my guy's better than yours and how I take advantage of it.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Adkins. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Well, based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter as we get ready to get things started. First play of the period, first down here. Wants to throw on first down. It's complete to the right. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Wolverines will have it 1st and 10. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on first down. Now he's going to break the pocket. Got out of trouble and throws. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
That's a good example of a good pass rush affecting the quarterback's rhythm. He wasn't able to just take his steps and throw with his feet underneath him on balance. He was forced to move, forced to escape the pocket, and right away everything fell apart with the accuracy and obviously not on the same page with his wide.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Gonna look downfield again. Now sliding to his left. And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. Just blinding speed. Speed that almost paralyzes defenders.
When you got a quarterback with that much speed, you got to find tricky ways to put more speed on the field, spy the quarterback with somebody that's really, really fast. And even when you do, a lot of times he still makes plays because he's that dang fast and that explosive.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. Got it in the middle, it's Spence. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
Yeah, a great job by the QB finding the running back, get in the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Here's the handoff. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. The Huskies love these backs that can churn up yardage like a Corey Dillon and Napoleon Kaufman used to do.
Yeah, just guys that you can depend on, guys you can hand it to and know you're going to get really, really good production. Then what does that do? It opens up the whole offense, gets everybody jacked up in the Pacific Northwest.
They'll give it to him again. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
Just a simple power play. Power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a fourth quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
And the Huskies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The defense calls the timeout. Their 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together.
I had to piss so bad. Holy shit.
The Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Rides the back on the option to give. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Big noise in the big house for this huge 3rd down play. From from the gun, wants to pass.
Right to me, dog.
And that total goes to 16.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They unleashed an aerial assault last time. It took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Buys a little time. Trying to make magic with his feet. Breaks into the open. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10.
Damn, that was nasty.
Touchdown, Wolverine. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Spence. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
Wow, they've been waiting for that play, right? They haven't been throwing it a lot. They've been real sluggish. They've got no points on the scoreboard, and now they come up with an explosive play in the passing game to get them in a position to score some points here, hopefully a touchdown, before this first half closes out.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And they're not on the same page there.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. He finds a soft spot in the middle. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
They're going to run it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They'll immediately call timeout.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not
Siree.
third down is
Same
coming.
division though.
Well, that's just a
Seen
great
it.
play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. From the gun, wants to pass. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around.
What the hell?
Fires and picked off.
Crowd probably got him
That's a
fucked
play this
up.
young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll start this drive with a pass. Oh, he's ready to take a shot.
Cochran.
And he's rolled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
And they find the big play wide receiver again. This guy has been featured early, and it looks like it's going to be often. Already over 100 yards, still in the second quarter. He is having himself a day.
Wants to go up top on first down. Steps away to find some room. On the move, he fires. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, you got to love that if you're on defense, because you were able to affect the quarterback with pressure, and you only rushed 3 guys. Well done.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Making side adjustments here. Back to pass on second down. Fires to the right.
Oh my god.
Intercepting, big play
Fucking
stops the drive. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
Takes the handoff, and he's going right.
Damn, right around that dog.
On that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. And the Huskies want to move quickly. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Trying to make magic on the scramble.
Ooh, big way hit.
Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short.
Oof.
And that one's incomplete.
Defense did a great job 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He'll take the deep shot.
Damn, I should have swallowed it.
Picked off for the 3rd time today. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football.
Especially put them up underneath.
What a play there.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
To the air on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Gonna swing it on second down. He wants to go deep. He's got another 25.
Oh.
They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Washington ready to kick off to start this second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Rush is on him. Makes the grab. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
The Wolverines are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to throw on 3rd down.
Oh my fucking God.
They really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Wolverines will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away.
Shit.
Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
To the air on 2nd down. Takes the easy one to the back. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
That's Miss Meeks.
Bring the wood. Great job by the defense. He only gets a yard, and he makes him pay for it with a nice physical tackle.
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one.
Short.
Doesn't. Make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance.
I don't know
They
why
knew
he was
exactly
trying to
what
do
they
that.
needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Punt is on its way. Books it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a 1st down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. It's complete on the right side. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Wants to throw on first down. Quick
Damn, some kind of fucking.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Shit.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern.
He called it.
Tackle is made at the 44,
He's
but
a
he
dog.
picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right?
I'm throwing that
I
shit
don't
to
wanna hear
him the
about my
rest of the
quarterback being
game.
effective. I want him to be
Fuck.
explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
Red pass, it's complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Second down coming up. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. They'll run play action. Fires left. Got his man.
Go.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
They'll try to get it in with the run.
Damn, son, you can't give me a motherfucking block.
A loss of 2.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Hey, yo.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. Fires to the end zone. Pass is
Wasn't the target. I don't know why I did that. Thought I had him. I clearly didn't.
In this area, throwing over this big defensive line. They've got long arms. You saw it right there, knocking that ball down on second down.
It's third and goal and third and long. Might be changing the route. They'll try to pass it in on third and goal. The throw. He's got it on the run.
Fucking dog. That was crazy. Cochran too.
For 6 more points. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in week 10. They'll try to add another to their lead.
And the defense has to be able to do a better job on the back end, tackling this receiver and keeping him out of the end zone.
And the extra point is good. set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. Strong run to get it out to the 21-yard line. They pick up of 6. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So the final period starts with a second down play. Wants to go up top. Spits it out to the back. Pass is incomplete.
That'd be my pick,
by this
dude.
stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. Michigan stole their winged helmets and possibly their fight song from Princeton, but they are giving an Ivy League level education and defense.
Damn.
Yeah, and stealing their hearts, just ripping them out, not giving them anywhere to go, no life. This offense has no answers because Michigan's out there just destroying them, giving them a education.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. He's got it for a big play. There he goes to the right. At the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in.
I didn't think he was going to get that throw off. I was on his ass.
Well, we know this guy's a huge weapon
Oh,
catching the
hell
football.
no.
And, David, he's difficult to bring down. What an athlete with his size and speed.
Dude, it's stupid. You want me to play defense now against all these guys and all this speed and skill all over the yard, and then you got a tight end like this who can not only catch it with his big frame and his big body, but do that after the catch. It's just so hard to play defense nowadays.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week in the American fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Charlotte is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 4 over East Carolina. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. So here comes the Michigan offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. Might be calling a hot route. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Good timing on the quick out. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets them up at the 26 for the first down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
The Wolverines with the 1st and 10. Wants to throw again. Snagged out of the air. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the 4th quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
On 1st down from the 13-yard line. Snagged in the middle. It's Cochran. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Bounced right back to them.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Throws for the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Good right down the boulevard. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. The give to the tailback. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the 1st half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical.
Turning it on. Got enough for the 1st down. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Well, it's a nice change-up call on offense because obviously in the 4th quarter, you're down by a bunch of points and everybody in the stadium is expecting you to throw it to get back in the game. So you dial up the run play and you get a huge gainer. Hopefully that can give this offense the momentum they need to try to scrape and claw back into this one.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Off the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. Got a man in the middle. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Working that left side now. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job by the defense covering that thing up.
Boy, hit him. And touch the ball.
They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Find some fresh air. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
The give to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. He's looking to throw. Under fire. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent. Looking ahead to next season, but that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis.